There he is. Okay, I don't know why I'm shouting. Sorry, I'm real tired. Hello, everybody. Let's turn off the starting soon. Let's make that go away. Hello. Hi. Happy 2026. Surprise! It's Bookslap. That is, you are right, Crystal Bearer. I did not die from my workout. I did think about it, though. Hello, everybody. We are back. Welcome to Season 2 of Bookslap. I am back from my trip. The holidays are over. We're back on our normal schedule. It is time to get back onto some achievement hunting. I really wanted to come back to Silent Hill F. That was one of my favorite games that I played last year. I really did not expect to love it because I am a known Silent Hill hater. But dang, it was good, y'all. So we're going to keep working on it. All right. Before we get started, that protein shake is made with water instead of milk. I have like no food in my house. I got back late last night and then had to work today, so like, I'm struggling. I need a vacation already. JJ, congratulations on your first. And hello. Andy, hello. Raven, hello. Puzzle Monkey Tree, hello. Booty, hello. And thank you for the 13-month streak. We are, in fact, going streaking.
That's
Chilling,
Daddy.
hello.
That's
Rainbow,
Father.
Crystal Bear, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. JJ wants to flex? Okay. Unfortunately, I was working out the stuff that you can't see. But, the cake doesn't bake itself. So, it's okay. I promise. I look good in a tank top. I used to always be hesitant to wear them because I did not think I looked good in them, but I feel like I've filled them out more. So, Side note, I'm here for the curlicue out of the hat. You mean this one or this one? Because neither one was intentional. Asian Zoomer Gamer, hello. Okay, yeah, so let's play the game. Let's do that. Let's play the game. So, all right. Last time, we finished New Game. We got the required New Game ending. We did New Game Plus. We got one of the endings. We're gonna do a detour, and we're gonna, we'll keep the action on story. We'll keep the puzzles also on story because they're not really gonna matter here for this. And you know what? We'll do our DLC outfit because I like the white sailor outfit. I like it. That's nice. The one out in front. I have very my hair when it's not in the normal mohawk pompadour thing. It waves in that way. That's true. Say no to drugs. We will say no to drugs. We will do that. We will do that. That is an essential part of this. Actually, I don't think it matters for the ending we're going for. But, hi, handsome. Who? Where? Hey, everybody. All right. Ooh, a new controller? That's nice. Jar? No, it's a bit. It's not. I gotta get those self-deprecation dollars from Digi, so I can use those, the IOUs for the jar. But all right. So we are gonna go for the silly ending. There's an achievement for being silly, so we're gonna go for silly instead of spooky. Okay? Is everybody fine if we go for silly instead of spooky? I'm gonna let this cutscene play because I actually need to read what the requirements are for this. Okay, we have to do a couple of weird things in a particular order. Okay, cool. All right. You're here for silly? Okay. I'm not sure exactly how silly it is. Also, side note, I'm going to be eating during this, so I apologize. But okay, if you say so. I promise, it's just a bit. No, but really, I didn't think I ever filled out a tank top. But man, that pink one. We'll wear that one on my birthday stream again, and then we'll do a side-by-side last year and this year. That'd be nice. All endings besides the first in UFO, you can't do drugs. We're doing the UFO ending, so we should be able to do the whole thing tonight. Lurking while raiding. Tell the friends I said hi, booty. Oh, I gotta send Saul that Magic the Gathering meme I made. It ends the game early? It does. It does end the game early. So in our last playthrough, we did the New Game Plus side quest to find the Sacred Sword, to find the Cursed Sword, right? So apparently, you only have to do that once, and the game will remember. And now, in every subsequent New Game Plus playthrough, that quest is done. We did not cleanse it, that's true. That quest is done. The sword will appear, the Cursed Katana, and we can get that in every subsequent playthrough. Doing the UFO ending actually does something similar and gives you access to a weapon that you can get on every subsequent playthrough. So, I don't know if we'll actually get to see it tonight, but it'll be a thing that will help us in our future playthroughs. Because we're going to have to play through this game a bunch of times, y'all. So. Alright, we know. We know. How do I skip this again? What is the button to skip? There we go. I'm aware. Dad has a drinking problem. Not nearly as dad as you drunk I am. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is hear a radio broadcast about the UFOs. About a movie, actually. About an alien movie. It's not here. I don't know why I'm running around my house. I just want to see if there's stuff to pick up. I don't think there is, though. So let's go. Yeah, I think you have to cleanse it every time in every playthrough. Wait, what was that? Is that a shrine? No. Yeah, you have to cleanse it in every subsequent playthrough, but cleansing it doesn't seem that bad. You have to play with a bell. There's a rhythm puzzle apparently to cleanse it. It starts as cursed every time. Yeah. And apparently after you cleanse it, it loses the property of regenerating its own health. You have to start to like play it for real. Like use it like a regular weapon, but it's fine. We won't be mad at it. Okay, let's look and see what we were at. Okay, we still have a lot that we have to do to build up our health and sanity. Stamina is good. You gotta go to bed now. Have a good night and a good playthrough. Thanks for stopping by, chillin'. Hope you've been well. Okay, so we don't have any more EMA, but I think you need like 18. And what are we at for the cost? Okay, I think these eventually get up to like 3,000 or something. All right, yeah, we got to get all of those. Do we have items? We don't have any items yet. All right, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't be scared. All right. Is this the right way? No, it's not the right way. Yeah, I wanted to do this ending first, in part because I wanted to remember how to play the game. The curse is the power-up. The curse is the power-up, yeah. Well, because the sword is full of vengeance. It is hateful. It wants to kill people. And that may be part of the purification ending, from what I understand. You're not doing well. You've been sick for so long, but hope you've been doing great. I have been doing very busy and stressed, but it sucks to hear that you're sick. I hope you get over it soon. Hope it gets past. A lot of people have been sick lately. A bunch of my friends have gotten the literal flu, in addition to other assorted wintertime ailments. So it is unfortunately peak season for that. Yeah, I know like 3 different people who all had the flu at the same time, which sucks. You have the flu right now. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, we're at peak season for it. I hope you got your flu shot, but even if you didn't, you know, stay hydrated, rest. You got to let it run its course, unfortunately. I had the flu this time last year. It sucks. She's so, like, deliberate in getting in this hole. Yeah, I haven't had the time to look through what trophies we're missing. I mean, I know we have stuff like, you know, finish getting all the stat upgrades, draw all the Omamori. I think we have to do the new game ending again. Because each ending has a different boss, and each one has a trophy for, like, beat this boss without getting hit by this attack, defeat all the ads, like, do all that stuff. We got the one for the second ending we got. We didn't get the one for the new game ending, so we'll have to do that again. We're gonna be playing this game for a little while. Almost better now, but it still sucks so much. Good night, I'm out. Go sleep. Go bed. I am actually going to try very hard to be... Can I look at the map? I forget. How do I do that? That's my journal. That's my inventory. I'm going to try very hard to be a good boy tonight and go to sleep after stream. Like, I say that I stream 9 to midnight, and tonight we're going to try really hard to stream 9 to midnight. Not 9 to 1, not 9 to 2, 9 to midnight. And then after stream, I'll go to bed. I'll take the dogs out and go to bed. Instead of laying around and watching other people's streams, I will go to bed. Oh, was I going the right way? You go sleep, go bed on time. I'm sorry. Hold you to it? You better hold me to it. And also, hold me to my bedtime. Fogged up my own glasses with that one. Hey, Broccoli. Thanks for checking in. Look, it's Shu. That guy with our drugs. Is Shu our dealer? Is that what...
あのさ、うん、なんか言ってよ。お前こそなんか言うことはないのかよ。相棒にないんだったら私にだってない。お前らしいや。受け身な生き方なんてお前らしくないぜ。お前が自分で選んだ道なら俺はいつまでも応援するからな。シュウ君、お待たせ。ひなこもいたんだ。
Alright, I'll put my dinner aside. I'm good for now. A giant clump of rice just fell on the floor, so I'll have to clean that up. I'm having the most bland, unseasoned meal because I didn't have time to like do it right. How am I doing? I came back from my trip to AGDQ, which is awesome, by the way, and appropriately, that is what the A stands for. And immediately was back to being busy, like catching up at work. helping friends, buying groceries, had to go pick up the dogs. My parents unexpectedly called, went to the gym. Now I'm streaming. It's just, you know. Boiled chicken with no seasoning. So the chicken is actually seasoned, but the rice is not, and neither is the broccoli. No, the chicken, it's chicken thighs, because then you get some flavor like packed in, you know. You know, it's all dark meat. You get the flavor packed in. And I find it's just easier to cook than chicken breasts or strips or anything. That is seasoned. The chicken is seasoned. Don't worry. The broccoli, no. The rice, no. You are eating broccoli? Often do. Oh, right. This is where the game gets spooky. Alright. Well, our friend is dead. Man, wouldn't it be crazy if this was just because of aliens? I bet it's probably not aliens, right? It's probably not aliens. It's probably not. No. It's probably not aliens. It's a dog in Silent Hill. I do wish they had the dog ending. So, for those who are new to Silent Hill, there are traditionally a couple of silly endings in the franchise, one of which is typically a UFO ending, and in multiple of the games, there is the dog ending, where it was a dog in the back room pulling levers the whole time. Get the hell off me. Pulling levers the whole time. It was just, oh no, it was a dog. Sure, why not? This game doesn't have the dog ending. Unfortunately, this game does not have the dog ending. Which is funny, since the dog is usually a Shiba Inu, so it would be appropriate for the game set in Japan to have that. Somebody has to throw down a ladder, right? Unplayable, I know. I should send it back. Junko? Send it back. Return it. Despite the fact that I've owned it for like 3 months? Something like that. Also, how's the sound? Is the game too loud, too quiet? How am I? Bookslap, too loud, too quiet? Everything seems good. Too handsome? Yeah. That's fine. I can fix that. I can turn the camera off. Here. Good thing I got these drugs from my friend. Do we want to read these notes? I don't really want to. We're good. We don't need to read these notes. We're just here for the aliens. And the bandage. How do I... I don't remember how to play this game even a little bit. All right. With a steel pipe. Father slap. Hello, Raven. How are you? It's true. I am in my father era. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is somewhere around here. We need to listen to a UFO broadcast. Evade them, turn left to a set of wooden boards. So we need to find the gap you can crawl through. Head forward, and in the back of a small room, you will find a radio. Okay. You are in Georgia. The flight was horrible. I mean, those really short flights can be good or bad with like nothing in between. You don't fly well. Was it your first time in an airplane? Which, like, I was in 4 airplanes this week, so they were all very short flights. So to get to AGDQ, which is in Pittsburgh, I am in Columbus, in Ohio. Pittsburgh is one state over in Pennsylvania. It is like the closest, major city in another state. I actually had to fly to Detroit, Michigan first, which is like a half an hour. Like the plane, it does like a curve. They like slingshot it through the air. And then Detroit to Pittsburgh is like 45 minutes. So, very short. Brinko. Okay, so that's light swing. That's big bonk. Okay, we're remembering. Okay, and that's backstep. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I had to I want to say puddle jump, but that feels like the wrong thing to say a couple of times, but it's okay. The airports in Detroit and Pittsburgh are both like, you really? Come on. You don't have to be like that. This is story mode. What are you even doing? You know what? Can I not do it? Okay, well I can do that. Like, do I not have any of my abilities yet? I must not. Yeah, the airports in Detroit and Pittsburgh are actually both pretty nice. I was like kind of shocked. I wouldn't have thought that they would, and they were big. I was like, I wouldn't have thought that these places get enough air travel, but apparently they're like conduits for other hubs. So, that was kind of neat. I would like a healing item. When do I get my things back? I don't remember. What is my... Let me check my... Okay, I have 4 memory slots. Okay. Slightly restores health after each counter. Press heavy attack immediately after performing a perfect dodge to do a powerful counter. Performing a counter without... Oh, yeah, right. That was how I was playing this game. Without using focus, increases damage inflicted. Perfect dodges are easier to perform. I'm noticing a pattern here. Restore spare weapons durability upon defeating an enemy. That would be pretty cool. Who would have known that the otter would be pretty cool? Not me. Greetings from GDQ. Good luck on Season 2, but for now, toodaloo. Hey, Nolan. Chat, can you believe that Nolan and I met in real life? It's true. It's true. I even bought him a coffee. Chat, if we meet in real life, I promise that I will also buy you a coffee. Okay? And I can make that promise because there's only a handful of people here. It's easier to make. Alright, I think this is where we're supposed to go. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Oh my god, this is being played out of my controller. Can you hear that through my microphone? Okay. I did not realize that the radio transmissions are played through my controller. I don't think I like that. I want to not do that. Okay, sure, but... Okay. Okay. Hopefully that will turn off the controller as a speaker, but I kind of doubt it. Bookslap fandom. It's true. It's true. Look, I know why you're all here. Silly I may be, but that actually startled me. But I am insightful? I don't know where I'm going with this. Just, I get it. I have already... Oh, I forgot that this game is like that. You've already written Bookslap fanfiction. That is true. JJ is not kidding about that. Ooh, can I go in here? That is actually true. Friend fiction, I believe would be the term for it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, we can take the capsules, actually. It doesn't matter. Hold on, I just gotta check real quick. So we did the first step in the UFO ending. The next step is not possible for a while. So we can just play normally. We can just do whatever we want. Dog treats? Okay, so it's funny because I actually just heard Tilly chirp from my bedroom. The dogs are actually both in bed because they are tired, but I do have their treats. Look, there's the evidence. When I get them up to take them out for their evening walk before bed, I will give them the dog treats. I will make sure that they get that. But yeah, they are so tired. I had to go out and pick them up this morning. I actually posted a video clip on my Blue Sky of of me picking them up and how we're like in the parking lot waiting for the Uber to come get us. And they are chirping up a storm. They are letting me know that they are very unhappy with Father and the way that they had been abandoned for like 5 days. So if you would like some additional bonus Lloyd and Tilly content, it is on my Blue Sky right now. Just scroll back like 2 posts. Make sure they know that it's from you. Of course. Oh, of course. Of course. Don't worry. L1. I certainly know what that button is. Did the doggy hotel say they were well behaved? Actually, they didn't. They didn't give me any kind of report on how they did, which they don't always. It kind of depends on who is working there. Although, God, that scared me. God, that actually legitimately scared the hell out of me. Game, I was trying to talk about Lloyd and Tilly. What is it? The backdoor key. All right. So we're in the parking lot, like when I was taking that clip of them chirping at me, and a person arrived because this is like 9 a.m. A person arrived to work there and like saw Tilly barking and was like, "Oh, Tilly." So she was like, "Goodbye, Tilly," and I was like, "All right." So my daughter has a reputation at this establishment, and the reputation is loud. Good to know that she is consistent. Tilly has no problem speaking her mind. So in case that was in question for anyone, you know, she's gonna let you know where to go and how to get there. Bonk! I actually don't remember which is the right way to go here. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, the doggy hotel, the dogs got baths while they were there, and they didn't brush Lloyd out very well. I'm gonna have to brush him out again. I was like, This is not high quality. They were clean, they smell nice, but he's a longer-haired dog, you know? He needs to be brushed out, pampered a little bit. So like he gets tangles, and it's like I was hoping that they would take care of that. They didn't, so I'm gonna have to do that. No, go down the go down the thing, Hinako. Ladder. The word is ladder. Yeah. That word is ladder. So, I think in this playthrough, I want to get, I just want to get as much stuff as I can to build up faith, because you need thousands of faith. So let's grab these red capsules. It doesn't matter if we take them for this ending, so we can just use them as a source of healing, which we cannot do, in other playthroughs. In basically any of the other ones that we do. So, because drugs are bad. Ooh, come. Oh, hey. we can ignore the monster for a moment. Yeah, we can get rid of the Yokon, because we got plenty of red capsules. And you know what, we can save. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We can just. It's fine. Yeah, before stream on Sunday, I will go through the trophy list. Oh, a weird box. It opened. I'll go through the trophy list and make sure that we get, that I know exactly what things we need, what, stuff we have to look for, like, because you got to get everything in this game. You got to get all the files, you got to do certain things, like complete this without taking damage, that kind of stuff, so... Yeah. The milk is delicious. Oh, so as part of Bookslap Season 2, I have actually turned off several of the sound commands. The ones that I have turned off, they are gone. They are no longer redeemable. They will be replaced. I have new sound commands that I simply have not turned on yet. Because, again, second busiest person you know. But those sound commands, they're gone. They've moved on. You can still get them in the random command. They'll never leave that. The random... You jerk! The random command will never, like, lose those. But, what was I saying? Okay, right. But there are a few new things in the games. Wait, I hit the wrong thing. How do I do that again? Oh. I do not remember how to do the... Well, I remember how to do that, but... Alright, let's put a bandage on. Bandage. What? I don't remember. I have to think about this. What button combination is it to do the like counter attack? Let's practice again. I do not remember. Bandage greater than damage. Well, that was it, but I think you can do it without focusing. Because I think that's what my one Omamori is. Oh, you know what? I have to go through. I totally forgot. I still have to go through and normalize the sound effects, too. Lots to do. I'm hoping to work on that stuff on Saturday, actually. Greatly restores health. Can also be used as an offering. Greatly restores current max sanity. Let's drop one of those and get a little bit more faith. I was trying to figure out also a topic for one of your new redeems. That's true. There is one of the redeems, as suggested by JJ Fencejumper, is a redeem where you give me a topic and I'll give you my honest take on it. I might not always have a take. My take might be that I don't have, like, I don't care, or I don't know. So, like, think carefully. But, yeah, where you give me a topic and I will espouse on it. You were not a good boy? Oh, I am sorry,
What do you mean?
ZCG. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. That's the thing. We can all be better boys. We can all improve our goodness. Andy, not a good boy? Okay. Or the bot is broken. It could be one of the two. Yeah, either we need to get better or it's just broken. It could be either one. Crystal, you are not a good boy. Jeez, it's harsh today. AZG, not a good boy. Crystal Bear, not a good boy. Andy, not a good boy. JJ, good boy. Definitely broken. Broccoli, not a good boy. Definitely broken. 100%. Our friend died and we're here just chatting away. Officially borked.
ちっちゃい頃の昨夜の夢だったよね。堅苦しい神社じゃなくて駄菓子屋の娘に生まれたかったって。ここならいつでも好きなだけ
So,
お菓子が食べられるよ。
that's weird.
おやすみ。
I know this game has a lot of, like, what is the truth of the matter, but Sakuko, remember, you find notes from Sakuko about the way she felt about her family running the shrine. Her parents didn't really want to do it, so it, like, fell onto the grandparents, and she felt an obligation. Was it that she felt an obligation to continue the shrine as, like, her family's legacy? Or did she really have a strong enough faith that she wanted to be a priestess and do it? Because here is Hinako saying that Sakuko wanted a different life, wanted to be a shopkeep, wanted to have a candy store. So
咲くことの約束。
there's so many layers to this game. Let's kill this this mannequin. Oh, let's not use the knife. We do like the baseball bat though. The kitchen knife apparently, from what I understand, has the highest DPS in the game, which kind of makes sense. I mean, it is literally a weapon, but it's also super fragile. Because it's a kitchen knife. It's not like a sword or something. Yeah! I love getting those hits with the baseball bat. The counter hits. Every time I hear the Smash Bros. Like sound, every time plays for free in my head.
Potatoes. Oh my
Right. Anyway, we're done. We're done beating up monsters. Time to go to the Shadow Realm. Winner? What? Me? A winner is me? We still got a ways to go before we can actually do the UFO ending, but I think we can do all of it. All the remaining steps once we... once we get to the place we need to go. So that's cool. Cool and good. Is it the elementary or just after Rinko's house? It is the third visit, so I think it is after you... It is after Rinko's house. It's when you, like, return to the real world that time. Thy restless heart betrays thee as unfit for this auspicious day. Thou must first pay respect to the gods and the spirits of thine ancestors. A restless heart leads to a corrupt soul. Only through sufficient offerings laid upon many stands may thy soul be cleansed. Oh, this is where we have to do... Oh, wait, what? We still have the Sacred Sword puzzle. Okay. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so it's before you get to the elementary school. Once you get to the elementary school, I think you're locked out of the ending. Alright, so we have the puzzles set to story mode, so they should be pretty easy. Oh, the knots match. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. I was like, but it's not giving me more information. So, this knot is right here. Wait, I can't really see that one. Hold on. Let's examine it. That one goes... Oh, that goes up here. That one is... Oh, the one up there? No, maybe it's that one? Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, that definitely goes up there. The ball's not... Yes, exactly. Yeah, I like how they're the same puzzles, but, you know, in difficulty... And this is a thing that Silent Hill has always done really well. Because that is a classic Silent Hill thing. You choose the combat difficulty and you choose the puzzle difficulty as like separate meters. And they've always done that, where it's like it's the same puzzle, but the information it gives you to solve it is different. The Lost in Fog puzzles were no joke. They were tough. And the hard mode puzzles in Silent Hill have always been pretty crazy. I forget which one it is. Maybe Silent Hill 3 on the hard puzzle mode. Like, you have to actually have like Shakespearean knowledge to solve them. Wasn't one you needed to know Shakespeare? Yeah, I think it's in 3. You have to have specific knowledge of Shakespeare's plays, and the information is not in the game. You have to just obtain the knowledge somewhere. Midsummer Night's Dream. I don't know what specifically you needed. I don't remember. What, like Shakespeare's Heart? You got into Harvard Law?
怪我はないか
I mean, when you consider that it was like 2003 and not everybody had access to the internet,
君は体を大事にしなさい
you know, a little tough, yeah.
ありがとう
I wonder what it specifically asked. I don't remember. Libraries exist, though. That's true. Imagine having to go to the library to, like, research a puzzle in a video game, though. Imagine having to do that. Because that's what the game would have demanded.
どうした
Open your school books. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. The real ARG. Augment your reality with a book.
誰なの
足元に注意しなさい
So is it the second visit to the shrine where you start out with all of your Shadow World abilities?
ゆっくりで構わないと思う
Take all the time you need. I'm literally running at you. Like, dang. You know, this reminds me that I really wanted to play Ghostwire Tokyo. Maybe, man, I'm trying not to buy video games this year because, like, you know, money. But I really want to play Ghostwire Tokyo. I've wanted to for several years, and I just keep not. You're going to say Fatal Frame? I've never played Fatal Frame. This is also very Fatal Frame-like. I would play... Aren't they remaking, like, 2? I think? This year? Again, I'm not... Yeah. I have seen Fatal Frames 1 and 3? But, I don't think I've ever seen 2. The Inari statues laughing? Creepy. They're pretty much always laughing. I don't know why that's a surprise. It's, like, kind of their thing. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't there a doll there before that we could look at? Yeah, Fatal Frame 1 looks really cool. I've watched the world record the world record holder for that game. I think he's the world record holder. Is a streamer who I like regularly watch, and I remember when he was grinding that game, it was pretty interesting. And the tech is pretty cool. For anybody who's never seen it, Fatal Frame is a game where you're like going through haunted mansions and all of this stuff, and it's full of ghosts, but you're fighting the ghosts with a camera, and you take pictures of them to, like, I guess capture them and like dispel them. But it's sort of like, it was sort of like the third place when it came to like survival horror, because like you had Resident Evil, you had Silent Hill, and then there was Fatal Frame in that same era that like never caught on in the West in the popular way that Silent Hill and especially Resident Evil did. But yeah, it was always kind of like the forgotten little sibling of that era. So it's cool that it's getting a remake. It's interesting that they went with Fatal Frame 2 rather than 1. But so we won't get to hear Mafuyu. I think it's because Fatal Frame started on PS2, so it was late to the game. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Because there were a lot of weird PS2 horror games of dubious quality. So, you know. Yokan. Watch Gab Smolder's playthrough. I watch Maxi Loeb's playthrough a lot. He's a streamer that I pretty regularly watch. Yeah, let's keep a Ramyun. And let's save just in case we, I don't know, do something silly. Silly, parentheses, negative.
じゃあお前が
First playthrough I watched of 2 was Markiplier's. I always had like weird, I don't know. There were times where I'd watch a bunch of Markiplier like playthroughs. His Let's Plays were always really interesting. And I would kind of like get into binges of it. Like I remember watching his RE7 playthroughs when I was like sitting at the train station trying to go home after like working in grad school. That'd like be sitting in the cold at the train station like watching his Let's Plays on my phone. Or like I watched him play Prey, and that was cool. The recent Prey, I love the more recent Prey. Maybe one day we'll just play Prey. Oh, there it is.
なんでここに
What was it? Was that 2017? 2018? Prey 2017? Such a good game. A criminally forgotten game. To extol the advent of our clan, we bestow upon this sacred land the name Heaven's Benediction. Send forth to the sky a crane, to the earth a serpent, to the spring a tortoise. Pray for the prosperity of our clan. Yeah, like there are very few content creators that I really have ever like watched that much. Like I go in phases, and in the last like 5 or 6 years, I've just been so busy that I haven't really, like I've been doing my own things. I haven't really like watched a whole lot of stuff. I've been so out of the loop. This guy's cute. I like what you got there with the hole. I like your hole. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
あっち行け
Demon Twink? Yeah. This is what they're talking about. Yeah, that is true. Nope. Yeah, that is what the memes are talking about. You're right. Kitty cat. Wait. I forget what we were looking at. What we were looking for. Germinal. Oh. Crane, serpent, tortoise. At a loud orgy screams, "I love your hole." Sure.
多分これだ
That seems right. Better look for more.
他の絵も探さないと
Oh, okay, they all go. They all go poof. Right. Is there something over here? Oh, no, that's just a path. Okay, that's just a pathway back up to the thing. There we go. I'll take this dead bird. The gods will enjoy this bird. The spirits. Oh, what are we doing? Serpent and tortoise. I hope everybody really enjoys the way I say that word. Serpentious. Where are you, friend? I'm also open to a tortoise. Oh. No, I want to... There we go. All right. So is that thing not gonna resurrect? Are you okay? Oh, I forgot that this game has like weirdly specific context-sensitive buttons. You have to be at like just the right distance. We need a serpent. We need serpentious. Damn it, Crystal. All I can think of right now is that, like, screaming at an orgy seems rude. Screaming anything seems rude. Like, you've infected me with the brain worm. Alright. There we go. You're welcome, thanks. Knife, 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 knife. Okay, cool. Right? Like, screaming at all seems rude. I wouldn't know. I could be wrong. I have no experience in... Well, is it something about preparing a key? Is this not the door? It's a door. It's funny how when I was on my trip and was sleeping on a hotel bed, I was able to get to sleep. It was deep. It was restful. I was not, waking up with weird pains. And now it's been one night in my own actual bed. And I'm like, wow, my shoulders hurt and my neck hurts. And I'm really tired. And also, I'm restless. And it just... Okay. Earth, a serpent. To the spring, a tortoise? Okay, so sideways, vertical, snaky boy? Maybe I need a new mattress. Is that it, really? Might need a new mattress. I might need a new mattress. We got a trophy for that? What the hell is that trophy? Apparently we did something well. I can't imagine what, to be honest with you. Fashion this key from Mystic Jade. Do you like it? No, I hate it. I think it's kind of gaudy, actually. I prefer mid-century modern aesthetic. Alright, so... Hold to skip. Let me check my items real quick. Greatly restores max salmonity. Fully restores max salmonity. It's fine.
You're stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Oh! Right! There's a... Every time I forget that there's a pathway that does nothing.
Potatoes.
Alright, well, we can just leave. Like, and it's right there! You run directly into it. Alright. You know. God. I hate this place. I don't even want to get married to the fox. I don't care what the fox says. I say no to your marriage proposal. Excuse me. Sorry. No, this is the wrong way. The rain. Spooky, evil rain. I'm trying to dodge. Can you... stop having a headache. Just get in the shrine. I forgot how much I hate that part. Am I allowed inside? No, that's why the door opened. To tell you to not come in. When I was in Japan and I went to one of the big shrines in Tokyo, like literally huge, there was a wedding there. So that was kind of neat. They passed through. And I got to see that and sort of respectfully watch and like... And everybody who was there like came up and watched. It was kind of neat. And they seemed really happy, which was nice. They like... It was like a procession through the middle of the shrine. It's kind of interesting. Hinako, on the other hand, is not happy about her wedding. She's not she's not cool with it. Man, even for me, I am really chatty today. I guess I just missed streaming.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
A hot take on streaming. Can you be more specific? Or do you just want me to talk about streaming in general? Because I have one in mind. I have one in mind. I can do one. I got that. But I'll give you a few seconds to respond if you want like something. Yes? Okay. All right. Hot take. Most people are bad at streaming. I feel like this isn't really... I feel like this is the lukewarmest hot take. But like most people who stream are bad at it. But the hot take part of it is that it's fine that they're bad at it if they're having fun and it's like fulfilling a purpose, you know? Like I get why so many people started to stream back in 2020 when we were all locked down in our homes and going out into the world was scary and we were looking for ways to connect and reach out to other people. Because it's really cool that you can share things and do stuff, whether it's like games or music or food or whatever. It's really cool that you can like do a thing and bring other people into it. So the hot take is like most people suck at it. Most streams are bad. Most streams deserve, you know, the like 2 viewers that they have. But that's fine as long as they enjoy it. Like if you don't enjoy it or like you think you're gonna be big or like make a ton of money or something, like no, that's ridiculous. You're not. You're not. But as long as you like enjoy doing it, definitely do it. Part of me, I try not to have regrets, but part of me wishes that I had started earlier. But at the same time, I like my life, and I feel like everything needed to happen in the way that it did to put me in this spot right now where I'm giving you this hot take. So that's like a duality that I have sometimes. But yeah, it's like, it's fine if your stream sucks, as long as you enjoy it. So there you go, there's the hot take. Okay, so this is our second visit to Ebisuguoka. And this is not the part where we continue the quest for space aliens. This is not where that happens. So we can really do whatever we want. Let's just run around and pick up stuff that we can take to the shrine. Because that's it. We're just getting faith. We won't need, you know, any like real equipment or anything for what we have to do for this ending. And I think we have to do the first boss battle, but that like kind of doesn't matter.
That's father.
Because it's father and it's daddy, and he'll handle it just fine. Don't worry. Like, he's got it. I see you. I see you. Yeah, the bot is definitely broken. You know what? That part of the bot has been broken for a while. It's like, it's definitely, it's definitely like a stack overflow. %60 heart between Andy and Bookslap, but he really wanted 67%. 6-7. I know, but we're reading it as the number that it is. Great Space Invasion 3. The mothership has dispatched countless miniature UFOs. These tiny, round discs attach themselves to innocent folks' heads and brainwash them to take over their body. Have you noticed any strange objects on the back of your loved ones' heads? So these are the things that we need to find, but that was poster number 3. We have to find them in order, so we need to find poster number 1. So, unfortunately, it doesn't matter that we found this one right here, because we have to come back to this spot later, and I don't think you can actually get to the first poster until after Rinko's house. So, yeah. I had a kid yesterday try to get me to say 6-7 by asking me, what's 26 plus 52? Are you sure that that's what they were trying to do? I mean, yeah, probably. But like, I think my response to that would just be telling the kid, if you want me to say 6-7, I'll say 6-7. Just totally diffuse it and be like, I don't care. It's 78. I know. That's why I was like, are you sure? He told you afterward. Did you point out to him that his math is wrong? Did you let him know? Yeah. See, I have come around on the 6-7 meme where I'm like, you know what? Because I saw somebody try to like shame people and be like, well, why do you think 69 is funny, but 6-7 is stupid? But 6-7 is stupid. And I was like, and like thinking about that, it's like, well, 69 is funny because it actually references something. 420 is funny because it actually references something. 6-7 is funny because it doesn't reference something. It fills in a gap. And I was like, okay. All right. Okay. I can respect that. Besides, there's plenty of post-millennial slang, which is what I'm going to start calling things now, that I actually do like. Like, I call things mid, because it's good. It's good. I like that. It's a good term to describe things. As a known hater, I like to be able to describe things that way. You know, I'll just ditch all this. That's fine.
Y'all nasty.
That's what you know me as, a known hater. Yeah, exactly. No, local hater Bookslap. was reported today.
Failure.
Let's see if we can find some more stuff. Another dead. Found some pills on the back of this truck. We should probably take them.
Y'all nasty.
Local unk learns to hate. That's like how at the end of the heartwarming moment at the end of Die Hard is local cop learns to kill again. Learns to draw a gun on civilians again. One of these days you'll get an ultra rare. Yeah, because 2 of them are you, I think. 2 real, 2 topical. True. No, stop. Let's repair her baseball bat. Will this magically fit? Yeah, it does. It magically fills in the end of the bat again. And get down here. Okay. I have to head back and catch up with Shu. I mean, you don't have to. There are a few more sound effects that I had added. Really? What are you doing here? You know what? It's fine. We don't get anything for fighting you, so we're just not going to. There are some sound effects that I added before I went on my trip that I don't know if people have gotten. I think in total the random command has like 22 sound effects now. Hydrate in a street? Good call. Let's hang out here for a second.
For free?
Okay. Might learn how to change a tire tomorrow. It's pretty easy.
For free?
Changing a tire works exactly like you think it does. The trick is to, you know, like place the jack correctly and like not use or not lose the nuts. Just to like hold on to all the stuff. But it actually works exactly like you think it does. Oh, fudge. Only I didn't say fudge. That would be a good one, you're right. I actually didn't watch... this Christmas, I actually did not watch A Christmas Story all the way through. I saw, like, half of it, but I didn't actually get to watch all of it. Which is a first in, like, a while. For me. Never had to be honest. I've gotten real lucky with all of my 2 cars. Yeah, no, we'll keep these. You know what? No. Actually, we'll get rid of with the steel pipe. I have only had to replace 1 tire myself. But it was literally the day I left college. I was with my 2 roommates and we like cleaned up the apartment and packed up the last of our stuff and put it in the one roommate's car, and you know, we say goodbye to the apartment and we're driving out of town, and that's when we get the flat tire. Like, it was really like a sad trombone noise for like the ending of college. You had A Christmas Story on your Christmas movie marathon? You did, and I think it might have been on at the part where I was like calling my family. At the part in the day where I was talking to my family.
Failure.
Yeah, I saw like I saw from the point where he beats up the bully. Spoiler. From the part where he beats up the bully like to the end. The random command has been super negative. The random command is super negative. there are more negative commands than positive, like more failures than successes. I actually have. I see you. You're. I see you there. I think there's like 4 failure commands in the thing, and only 2 successes. And I have notes on some sound files to get from people's suggestions on what would be more, what would be good successes. I also really, there's a different sloppy command. I have the Ilbird sloppy, but there's Krauser from Resident Evil 4 saying sloppy. But it's like, I don't want to, I haven't actually played RE4 Remake yet, so like, I don't want to put a sound effect from it in there. I mean, my milk is delicious and all, but I don't really want to put a sound effect from that in until I actually play the game, you know? It's like shorter. Also, hi Dipole. It's like sloppy. It's like that. See, there's sad trombone noise. A hydrate. I can hydrate. Which is good because I did not drink very much of that. That's my water bottle from the gym. I did not drink very much water at the gym. I was trying to go fast. I was trying to 80% speed run the gym. What is okay? I don't think this ever changes. So we'll just yeah, it's full of eyeballs. Ooh, spooky. Oh. Okay. Got new redeems. You want me to put on the dinosaur onesie? Okay. I can do that. Oh, drawer key. All right, it'll take a second. Hold on. So I'm going to be a good boy and go to bed. Chat, make sure Bookslap gets off at midnight so he can get some sleep. Andy, you have a cozy and restful sleep. While you are going for cozy and restful sleeps, I am going to be right back, and I'm going to change into that dinosaur onesie. So, be right back. Hold on. He was trying to show off the guns. The battery is powering the Neko. The pipes were so loud, my grandma came in the room asking WTF that was. Perfect. So you're saying the volume was exactly correct. My God. Why are you a spider? What are you doing? What are you giving birth? What is Why are there so many? What's going on? Okay, but really, how do I get out of here? Had our dance break, we can go now. In the BC time, before chair. Oh no, we're so stupid! It's fine, it's fine. We got there. We did everything that we wanted to do. I forgot my slippers. Dang it. All right. But I'm not getting up. I'm already in place. He was tying a tie for real, for real. Yeah, I can tie a tie. Only like the one basic knot. I've always wanted to learn how to tie some other knots, some fancy ones, but just the one basic knot. Okay. We are Dinosaured up. Thank you for using that redeem. I did not think anyone would actually do that on the first day, to be honest. Okay. There are other tie options. There are lots of different knots that you can use to tie a tie. What was that key that we just picked up? Was it for the drawer? Yeah, there are lots. It was new and shiny. I had to. All right, that's fine. Hey, they're your channel points. The onesie is very cozy, so like I don't mind. I think I just know the half Windsor. The half Windsor is what I would say is like the default knot that people use. That's what I tie. But a full Windsor is a thing, and there's other ones that are like fancy. You know, they like look different. We don't have to do this, but it does get us extra faith. And you've got to have faith. Faith. Did used to know a bunch of different scarf ways to wear. What? Doesn't get as cold and windy there, though. I've kind of liked that this winter has been cold enough for the most part that I've had to wear a scarf, because I have this big green one that my mom made me years ago that I love. Like, I've gotten a bunch of scarves, like, you know, the like nice silky ones that people get in the like different plaid patterns and all the things, different ways to wear a scarf. Yeah, exactly. All the different stuff. I've gotten really like nice scarves as gifts. I wear the one that my mom made me. that she knit, crocheted, whatever the right word is. It's like, yeah, I wear the one my mom made me. It's big and solid green. But it has to be like cold enough for it, you know? It hasn't quite been cold enough for me to wear my like true winter hat. I have one of those big silly like bomber hats with like the flaps that come down over your ears. It's got fur in it. I have a fur hat. I'm admitting this now. I have a fur hat. And it's super cozy and I like it, but Alric, hello friend. I think my stream thing is about to play a clip of you. I'm not sure. Bomber hat. Yeah, a bomber. Yeah, exactly. I have one of those. Raiders, welcome on in. Alric, good to see you. What were you playing? You were playing Inscription. Oh, I've heard such good things about that game. I'm not really one for card games. Oh, hey, the Sacred Sword. Ancient sword that harbors a malevolent energy deep within its steel. Even if the blade chips, the mysterious power that resides in it will restore the weapon to its whole and unblemished state. Nice. Yeah, so we don't have to do the puzzle anymore. We just get this. Inscription, we beat the first boss of the cabins. I have seen speed runs of it, so I'm familiar with the game, but I have no idea what's happening. Like, you know, it's like I've seen runs, but I don't know how it's played or how it works. It's just neat looking. What about Balatro? A Balatro is one that I do like. That is true. But it's like, does Inscription have deck builder like qualities? What is screaming at me?
Nani?
Nani? You know all the spoilery kind of stuff, genre merging wise? Sort of. Like, I don't really know a whole lot about it. Where are these dang fields? Where do we go for Well, whatever. We got our katana. Anyway, thanks for the raid. I appreciate you. Glad to see you. Hope you had fun. We are in somewhat silly mode. We're going for the UFO ending, which we should be able to finish tonight, provided that I can actually find the dang field I'm supposed to go to. Okay, I think we're fine. Because this is not a full playthrough of to get this ending is not a full playthrough of the game. So we're just doing that tonight to kind of refresh ourselves on what Silent Hill is like. You certainly missed Bookslap streams for sure. Look, I streamed for like almost 3 weeks, every day in a row. You couldn't have missed me that bad. I was gone for 5 days. Spoiled to you, that's true. You know, I do really like streaming during the day. I wish I could. I like streaming while people are at work and they can just like put my inane rambling on as background noise. I actually really like that. And I wish I could. Like if I will never be, but if I was like a streamer as like a job or like a regular thing, I would want to stream during like regular business hours so that I could keep people company at work. 5 days? You mean eternity? Look, I was on Andy Bundy's stream for Teamwork Tuesday. All right? Teamwork Tuesday is not so easily defeated. It still happened. I just didn't stream it myself. But I was a guest on his stream, and we had our co-working time. If you didn't see that, you should go check out the VOD, because Andy and chat were writing lyrics for the Teamwork Tuesday theme song, which, by the way, is a thing that is happening. And I was drawing different letterings and icons for our logo. So we started the year off with some different kind of teamwork. But it was actually really fun. It was really chill. It did feel like forever. Well, guess what? I'm not going to do a marathon like that again for a while. I might, he says as his voice cracks, do something like that, like a mini summer one. But I might also go on vacation. Like, I might actually take a trip. I do have a marathon of wait, we've already been this way. This is where we got the sword. I do have a marathon of sorts planned for my birthday, just like last year. Who knows? Save up your channel points, and maybe you'll be able to do something with that for the good of everyone. You know, maybe a little charity birthday stream. Maybe play all of the OG PS1 Resident Evil games back to back. Sneak peek at something I'm planning for several months down the road. You were asleep? That's fine, but you should go check out the VOD. At this point, the winter holiday backlog clear out is going to be a yearly expectation. That's fine. I kind of planned on that. Wait, using channel points to contribute to charity? You'll just have to tune in on my birthday and find out. Obviously, you know when my birthday is, right? You have it marked down on the calendar? Because I was going to do it on my literal birthday. So, there's really no excuse. Really? Okay, well, it's awesome that it only takes 3 attacks to kill them on easy mode. Like a bag of Takis. I might have had like 1 bag of Takis ever. I think this has come up before, but like back where I'm from, they were not really available until like this past year. Like they didn't carry them in stores. A second aid kit. So like that kind of like totally missed my area. Takis are so good. If I eat a whole bag, they do hurt me though. Like they scrape up the roof of your mouth, kind of hurt you. I no longer recognize my husband. He gets blackout drunk most days now, and when he's drunk, he turns violent. I don't think I can keep on living this way, not with this cruelty day after day after day. Where did the kind man I met when our marriage was being arranged go? My eldest child is only 3 years old, and I have another growing inside me. Life is too hard to keep living, but I'm forbidden to die. Mom and Dad, I've always done as you asked, no matter what it was. This will be my first and last selfish act. Please forgive me. Don't tell Zix, but I don't really know or like Takis. Does Zix have a particular fondness for Takis? Also, it's possible that he is listening right now. So just be mindful of that. How does this work again? How do I get out of here? Where's the entrance? Is that the... No. We are not going the right way. Okay, hold on. Let's go this way just to see if there's a thing. I'm guessing that there's a thing. There's a thing. Okay. Just know it from that K-pop song. You have to be way more specific. Alright, let's go to the shrine right quick. Hello, Yoku. Thanks for checking in. If I haven't said it already, Happy New Year. Let's keep our let's keep our arate. Throw out the chocolate. Get rid of these combs. Put these dead birds here. Who keeps putting dead birds on the shrine? It seems very rude. Let's just save real quick. We are in zero danger. Less than zero danger. But spoopy games at night. That is what a lot of this... Honestly, January is going to be a very spoopy month, to be quite honest with you. This is spoopy game night, but... So we have to go around that way. We can go straight and then left? Okay. But, yeah, we're working on our achievements. We need to get... We're working on the UFO ending. So this is somewhat spoopy, but also somewhat silly. So if we go straight and then take the next right... I think this will take us where we need to go. It's possible that I can't read a map. You're working on Arc Raiders, no achievements here, just me dying. That was me at the gym! I chose not to die, though. That's Daddy. That's Father. Can't read a map? I can read a map. Oh, I cannot predict when a jerk is about to surprise me, though. This keeps happening. But you're an Eagle Scout? I am not an Eagle Scout. I was a Boy Scout, but I was never an Eagle Scout. At a certain point, it was like, well, I'm a big homo, and as soon as they find out they could take that away, I'm like, that's a whole thing with Eagle Scouts. So I was like, I don't care. I just want to hang out with my friends. So, Gris dusting. They're different things? What are different? I don't know what you're talking about. What are different things? A third aid kit. You just went through Cub Scouts. Steel pipe. Oh, let's get rid of our baseball bat. Not that we're gonna use that, because we have the sword. Toolkit. A third aid kit? Yeah, so the first aid kits take up their own slots. Each one takes up a whole inventory slot. So I've been referring to them as first aid kit, second aid kit, third aid kit. You know. They don't stack at all, so... there's a mini-boss here. That's why we're getting all this stuff, by the way. Alright. That's BS. Well, it is a full heal, to be fair. And everything... yeah, everything else stacks. So, you know, it is what it is. Chat, as always, I'm going to politely request that you do not thirst after this mini-boss. As always, I...
そっちまで行けないんだ。蔵に逃げ込め。俺は窓をこじ開ける。
Oh, okay.
もうじき壊れるな。
Have you seen someone do that before? You mean thirst after this mini-boss? Yes. The first time I got to this mini-boss, chat was unhinged for the tongue monster. Like... It was a thing. Alright, you can check the VODs. It was a thing.
Yes.
About that thing? Yes. Yes, they were. Where do I take the key? Here. On any other difficulty, I think the boss regenerates. Those things regenerate. On any other difficulty, it would have gotten back up and we've had to fight it again. And since we were playing on hard on our original playthrough... Context-sensitive actions, please go! Yeah, we had to fight it for a little while.
純子さんに頼まれたんだ。何があってもお前を守れってな。
お姉ちゃんが？
ずいぶん前の話さ。さあ、行こうぜ。
行こう。
I heard tongue monster to make sense. Hey, Beautimus. See, JJ, you're lucky that it's not still on screen. Chat was... They were feeling it. They were feeling it. So now, just politely request that we don't thirst after the tongue monster. I would appreciate if people didn't thirst after, you know, genocidal, carnivorous monsters slash villains anyway, but like, you know, I'm not your boss. I'll let you live your life. It's okay. Just restrain yourself a little bit sometimes. Just a little bit. That was a Raven call out if I've ever heard one. Not just Raven, but yeah. But yeah, also that. Alright, chocolate, sushi, you both go. So for anyone just getting here, we are doing the UFO ending. That ending is somewhat silly, does not take us through the entire game. Oh, can we just go right up there? So we don't have to worry about having supplies. We could even take the red capsules if we wanted to. I'm going to skip this just so we can finish in the next hour. So after this, we will go to the Shadow World, and the next time we get back to the real world, we will actually be able to finish this run. Was there any anime you have watched like all the way through? Yeah, plenty at this point. I don't want the sequel. Who are you? Why do you always have to be different than everyone else? Freak. Different than everyone else. Yeah, animes that I have watched. Anime. Wait, would it still be plural because you're talking about multiple like units? I guess it would be. Back in high school, I watched the original Fruits Basket, which I loved, to be honest. I loved the stupid slice of life-ness of it. I watched the original Hellsing again back in high school. What else did we watch during that time that we actually finished? Oh, we watched what was that anime called? Different, huh? Let me do this puzzle and think about what Chrono Crusade, we watched that, and I liked that, and I've actually also read the whole manga for that. I borrowed it from a friend a few years later. I've actually never seen Cowboy Bebop. I've never seen Hellsing Ultimate, or there's an OVA, right? I don't think I've seen the OVA. Just like the original. Like, which is funny when you say OVA, but now I'm thinking of Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. You've seen none of those. Oh, okay. I really liked the idea of Chrono Crusade. It was 1920s Catholic Church has demon hunters. Nun, young demon hunter, has the partner who is a demon who is tethered to her. He's living off of her soul because he doesn't have horns. They fight demons, and they find a young girl who has the power to heal people by singing, and they unravel a plot, you know, to make a demon king in the real world. But I liked the characters, and it was just really fun. It was like the good mixture of silly and stupid. It was nice. Love my hairy chest. That is the first time anyone has ever said that. But thank you. Which one of these is different enough that you always have to be different? I don't know. There's only a few. You always have to be different. Would you be saying that about me? I feel like usually these are about how much the girls hate Hinako. So... where's the pin? There we go. Oh, okay. There we go. Card from Rinko. I was always hoping you two would hurry up and cut it out with that weird Space Wars game of yours. Hello, Arcade Bear. Thank you for checking in. JoJo's All Seasons. I have never seen JoJo's. I have had somebody sit down and spend 2 hours explaining it to me, but... which was really an experience unto itself. Hot take, Steven Universe. I was expecting to like Steven Universe. I was not expecting to like it as much as I do. Am I going the right way? Hold on one second. Who are you? Honestly, you're helpless without me. Am I still just looking for myself? That might be me, but I'm not positive. I really enjoyed it. I think, honestly, the music is maybe the best part, to be quite honest. I do see what people... having seen the whole thing kind of rapid fire, it's interesting to think about how it changes drastically. I mean, you did answer by unspoken wishes, just in the worst way possible. Like, I appreciate the early seasons of Steven Universe being sillier and more like Monster of the Week, where they didn't entirely know where things were going. And then later, as the plot continues and forms itself up, it's kind of... it's good in a different way. I wish there were more Monster of the Week episodes in the later seasons, but it's okay. It does bother me. There are certain parts of the Steven Universe that bother me, where they were like, they're just not concerned with certain things. They're like, we don't care to explain this, and they just hand wave it away. And it's like, well, all right. But it's... oh, is it you? Are you the... there you go. And when you have such, like, an expansive world in a way, but only in certain ways. It's like, I want to know more, and yet there's not really an opportunity for it. Who are you? I'll be your friend, otherwise you'd be so miserably alone. Like, why do the gems have this giant military? Why is their entire society built around a military force? To fight who? Like, why? Why is that the entire way that their society is structured? For what purpose? I don't think there's an answer. I think it's just convenient for telling a plot, telling a story, and so that's the way that it is. Particularly with Homeworld, there's a lot of stuff that's just convenient for telling a story. There are other times where it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't work as soon, like, when you think about it in, like, a larger narrative, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. Like, I saw, there was a Reddit post, like, yesterday, where someone was pointing out how, like, when Lapis withdraws all of the ocean's water to make a tower, like, you'd think people would notice this. But they, like, kind of don't. Outside of Beach City, they're just kind of like, whatever. It's like, it's this grand thing that should impact the world, but, like, kind of doesn't. For a second, I thought your forehead freckle was dirt on my screen. Yeah, I have like a mole on my forehead that, to be honest, I'm actually a little self-conscious about. I've thought about getting it removed. Not like self-conscious, but like I've thought about getting it removed. I watched it because I saw a hater video on it, and I was like, okay, let me see if I agree, and I did not. The best way to explain JoJo is the anime artist isekais himself into season 4, but before that, it's about vampires and cool skills, and cool characters are all named after musicians. I thought the idea was that they actually planned to contend with people, but to subjugate. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Do I just not know what I look like? That might be the case. Yeah, it's like, in a way, the gems are kind of like a parasite. They just replicate for seemingly no reason. Because you know what he did when you decided you weren't going to play anymore? He pathetically kept at it, playing that silly game all by himself. Like, they do all of this stuff just because. They're almost insectoid, in a way. They're an invasive species, it's true. It's cute. Yeah, no, you don't have to apologize. Anybody who has ever mentioned the mole on my face has said that they like it. No one has. It's entirely a me thing that I'm like, So. They're the iguanas of the universe. That's one of the most Floridian things I've ever heard you say. Oh, here we go. There we go. Are these all just gonna be find me? Who are you? Tell me, truly. You two aren't anything more than friends, right? I've always been watching you when you weren't looking, you know. No, I knew that you were looking. Is it the one that's looking at the shoe? You're happy to hear that that's the most Floridian thing. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Where's the... Oh. Ooh, it's weird that you can see through her skirt. Oh, there it is. Card from Rinko. You're all grown up now, right? Well, this isn't just some kid's game. You think you can just call it quits whenever you want? That you can run away without facing consequences? Did Rinko put these out here? Yeah, it's weirding me out that you can see through her skirt. The kindergarten injectors are literally shaped like a virus. That's true. They are. That is true. Yeah, it's like... I mean, I guess you can make the argument for people that we're an invasive species and we just replicate for no reason. There's not a reason for life, and you know, maybe the fact that the gems create gems for like a specific purpose, like they have a caste system. I suppose you could argue that that is more of a purpose than, you know, like we have, sure. But still, it's like their entire military society, hundreds of worlds. I think at some point Yellow Diamond actually says hundreds of worlds. Like she puts a number to it that she has conquered, and it's like, why, girl? What is happening? Where am I going? This is weird. Alright, let's just run into the fog and it'll put us back. It'll put us back at a puzzle. There we go. Okay, so this one, it's pointing us this way. Let's not deviate. Let's not be deviants for once. And just go in this direction. Maybe I should change that command from hot take to something else, because it's not necessarily like having a hot take. Who are you? You. Yes, you. It's more just like, make me talk about a thing. Sure, this one, I guess. No? Right, that's how I'm using it. I mean, that's fine, and if I have a hot take, I'll try to, like, have it. But sometimes I don't have one. I don't... Oh, this was the one... Okay, sure. Today is your funeral. I don't think it will be long before he finally gives you up. The least you could do is show him that Shimizu Hinako is no more than ash now. That's a weird thing to say. I forgot that the onesie has a tail. So I'm sitting on the tail. Which is weird.
Oi, Hinako!
Okay, Shu, sorry. I'm literally right here. You don't have to shout, okay? But I loved Steven Universe. I did not love the movie, but I did love Future. I thought it was especially relatable. Being Human, banger of a song. It's not as good as Love Like You, which like forever will sit in my heart and my mind. But Being Human is good. I was actually listening to Being Human this morning. I don't like Spinel. I don't like Spinel. The movie is one of those things where, like, as soon as you start to think about it, it breaks down pretty quickly. It's like... Better Than You, also a banger of a song. Might have gently sang that once on Teamwork Tuesday, and I don't think anybody noticed. I think it's Stronger Than You, but... So the hot take is on Spinel. Spinel is weird because she doesn't fit. I know they were going for this old-timey, like, cartoon thing, but she doesn't fit into anything that they've established about the gems. And it also makes 0 sense as soon as you think about what she did. It's like within the span of like a day-ish, she discovers that Steven exists. she discovers that Steven exists, gets so mad that she gets a giant injector, fills it with planet-killing poison, takes it all the way to Earth, and it's weird that there's a hand in there. Like, none of that makes sense. The scythe thing that makes 0 sense, because it's like, if you're introducing a thing that can just reboot gems, just say, hey, go back to the way you were right when you were born. Where have those been? Like, what? That feels like a thing you would use to quell a rebellion. So, like, what? Like, that feels like a MacGuffin to set up the plot. Yeah, I don't like Spinel. She just doesn't work. I'm sorry. Investigate the strange object. Yeah, she just doesn't work. Now, the movie did have some good points, and it did include one of my favorite musicians to be the voice and singer of the song that Steg does. It was Ted Leo, actually. So that was awesome. I loved that, because I love Ted Leo. With or without the pharmacists. You know, they're good too, but I don't need the pharmacists. The Change song? Are you referring to the Change song? Which one are you referring to? We got the key. What do we do with the key? The one he sings when he gets his powers back to beat her up. I don't think I've listened to that one since watching the movie. I have listened to True Kind of Love. But, which is also good, but I wish it didn't have the interlude for, like, dialogue from the movie. Alright, let's be more systematic. There's another way. True Kind of Love is right before change. Yeah. I don't think I've listened to that song again. The True Kind of Love, it's like, I wish this song version, like the album version, was like half as long. Because it's really it has that like weird interlude where Steven is climbing. And it has the, don't believe the fox's words, stay away from the Western Room. And then it just, like, repeats that one line over and over and over again so that, like, visuals can happen. But it's like, can we get an edited version of this track, please? Can we get a version that is for listening? Okay, so there's a room up here. So yeah, I mean, I didn't hate the movie, but of the like 3 parts of it, I think it's the weakest. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Get in the thing. Is this gonna be right behind me? Okay. A hydrate in a street. I can do that. Hold on. There's a monster. Okay. Alright. Sat back down on the tail correctly. Hearing its steps while you turn the statue was kind of terrifying. I didn't have control over the statue. That was essentially a cutscene while it was being placed, so yeah, it was like, come on, girl, place the steps. Come on, do the action. See, all you people who are like, oh, so when are we going to get the no-hit run of Silent Hill F? This is why you're not going to get that anytime soon. The inscription on the polearm reads, Omi no Kami Munemasa, also known as Inadama. Inadama is another word for Inazuma, meaning lightning. This likely refers to the unique pattern of the blade's steel. Many alternative theories exist about the origin of the name Inadama. One such theory suggests that a man commissioned the blade, then gifted it to Oina, who was to be his Zuma, meaning wife, upon their wedding. Another theory states that due to Inazuma also meaning bountiful harvest, the name was meant to represent the family's wish for continued prosperity for generations to come. Happy New Year, Bookslap. Now it's your turn to play Silent Hill F. Hello, not the honeybees. Happy New Year to you as well. We are here with so many... What is with all these papers? We're working on the UFO ending. So it'll be... Hopefully we can do that before midnight. It is a long-standing custom within the Tsuneki family for the next heir to present his bride with this naginata on their wedding day. That's a weird gift to get as a bride. The decorations of the handle are also changed to suit the bride herself. In honor of the family's newest bride, the design of a fledgling bird with its wings spread wide has been embedded in gold leaf into the handle, reflective of not only the bride's name, but the hope that she shall soar high on gilded wings. Is that it? Did we read all the things? All right. But yes, we are doing the UFO ending, which I guess we can move forward. Let's give up our shriveled bird. Who keeps leaving all these dead birds on the shrine? It feels rude. Alright, investigate the sacred door. It's no use. It will not open. Something is supposed to go here. Oh, okay.
Sakuko?
Hey, my dead friend! Yeah, hope you've been well, honeybees. Just zigzag around that real quick. Looking for loot? You got any loot? Is there any loot in here? I don't feel like there's any loot in here. You know, okay, not perfect, lots of drama. Happens. Oh, Lord, she coming. Hello, Dark Passenger. Thank you for checking in. Ow! I thought that was going to be a slower wind-up. It's fine. But you will survive. Excellent. You have to work through the weekend for a wedding at your workplace. Interesting. So I assume that you work at some sort of venue, because it would be weird if you were like in an office and somebody insisted on having their wedding in like the break room or, you know, a conference room or something. So I assume it's some sort of venue. But I don't know. People get married in weird places. She really was chasing. You've been lurking because you're here in Georgia with your cousins. How is it? How long are you in Georgia, Raven? I don't think I asked that. Also, is it as cold as you were concerned it would be? Are you playing on hard? No, we're actually playing on story mode for both combat and puzzles. We have to actually do a playthrough with the because I'm going for all the achievements. We have to do a playthrough with the action set to the highest difficulty and the puzzles set to the lowest. For some reason, the puzzles are like it's not cumulative. It's like completing the game on hard for action will get you the achievement for hard and the one for story, but completing the puzzles have to be done on each of the 3 main difficulties. They don't, you know what I mean? So, you jerk. Hence why I'm like not really trying too hard, but I should probably try a little bit harder so that this thing doesn't kill me. Like, I'm very nonplussed about the combat because we're on story. If I could just tank everything, I would. More puzzles and more struggles. I work at a theater, but we rent out the front of house areas for events of all kinds. Oh, that's cool. Oh, right. This is when the game starts to introduce jerks hiding in the ceiling. Right. Okay, I forgot about that. Do we go this way? Yeah, so basically, I just need to remember how to play this game. And I need to pick up lots of junk that I can leave at the shrine for somebody else to clean up. There we go. Finally, can I move forward, please? Forgot. Good. A good bonk. Builds character. And say, do a thing that I can properly counter. Thank you. Oh, boy. This area is so scary but cool. I do like it, but I do not like... Well, I don't like the first 2 times you come to the Shadow World because you don't have your arm. I'm spoiled by the arm. Farron, hello. Thank you for the 1 year. We are, in fact, going streaking. Cozy and visiting Hilf. Yeah, I can't stop thinking of it as Silent Hilf. Ooh, you'll come. Yeah, we'll bandage up. Oh, hey. Do we have thing? Put that in there, put that in there, put that. I will keep the Ramide. Hey girl, you there? I'm pretty sure you're dead, but... I just now reached the point where this onesie is very warm. Just like it just hit me. This thing is thick. It is heavy. It is fleecy. We don't have to watch this. Yeah, spooky rain. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. So. Okay. All right. All the way back. We go in here? No? Hurry, Hinako, it's so cool. You've got to be here. We're checking out the Shadow World's hottest nightclub. Thank you. You left me alone, you bitch.
ごめん。
ごめん。 Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Quickly, give this fox a rock. Hate these moments. I'm not a fan, and somebody pointed out to me, because I am apparently dense enough that I didn't realize it. Hey, look, a 4th aid kit. That you can use, I think it's chocolate, maybe? As an item to, it will prevent your sanity. It maxes out your sanity and it prevents it from shrinking, from losing sanity. So you can just use that item during those sequences and you're fine. you won't have to deal with the sanity loss. It's like, oh, that's true. Okay, yeah. I didn't think about it. Yeah, it's like, oh, all right. Not that I'm entirely positive, despite this being my 3rd playthrough, what sanity loss does. Okay, hey Sakuko, just you good? You good? Get a little stamina. All right, let's dodge you a little bit more. All right. So my understanding is that it is impossible to not get this. Like, she will always go into this phase. Like, even the speed run for this game has to deal with this, which is interesting. Great boss. Honestly, I love all the bosses. The somewhat exception of the parents, since they're just regular enemies that... Stop! Just let me murder you! Really? Almost got me. You know, like the squishy noises in your ear? This game does have incredible sound design. It is very, very squishy. Hey, hitless. Alright. See, I wish there were more bosses, to be honest. Like, I wish there were more. I really enjoyed learning the bosses and figuring that all out. Alright. Finally, we are back in town. We are on our 3rd visit. We now have the ability to get the UFO ending. Alright. There is the first poster is over there in the fields. Okay, so to do this ending, we have to look at some movie posters. Because you know what? I don't think this is supernatural. I think this is aliens. I'm pretty sure this is all aliens. So in order to back up that statement, I'm going to go look at some movie posters. Which is how you do research. So that the poster is like down here. So we have to get around that somehow. I guess maybe we can just move forward. I'm not sure. Let's make a save. Yeah, make a save. Now I'm wearing headphones because I'm at my cousin's house and I'm trying to be quiet while everyone is in bed. Aww. Yeah, they are very geishy. You're right, Crystal. The bosses are limited, but I do like them all. The mini bosses are fine, though I am glad that they patched in the ability to skip some of the fights and things for the end game gauntlets, because I like fighting even though I regularly get my butt kicked. But I can see how for some people it just gets kind of tedious. How do we get past this? Oh, do we have to go through that house or whatever those? All right. Well, we gotta just make our way downtown.
こっちだ。大丈夫か、相棒。
All right. I don't want to hear Rinko talk because she's a bitch. Because she sucks. So, all right. Go. All right. So just keep going. I apologize that during this segment I'm gonna have to be looking at the map a lot, but it just is what it is. One thing I never took into consideration is my first playthrough is Hinako's illustrations in her journal. Yeah, I haven't actually gone through the journal entirely. Have you still... I was there when you beat New Game. Have you gone back to do New Game Plus at all? Are we gonna... Okay, I thought we were getting attacked. Because like I was telling you before, New Game Plus adds a lot of stuff. There are more cutscenes, and cutscenes are different. There's, in particular, some cutscenes in Hinako's house during that whole segment that are very different. And some of these segments with Shu, when you're walking through the first time... Wait, where do I want to go? I want to go this way. When you're walking through the fields and you're talking about, like, playing your space games when you were kids, those parts they're just straight up different. The conversations are different. And it's really interesting how it gives you, like, a new set of information to consider. I won't spoil any of it, but I would really... Yeah. Not yet. I started Silent Hill 2 Remake as a breather. You don't mind spoilers? There's a cutscene where... Do you remember the cutscene in Hinako's house where she is talking to herself? That cutscene is completely different and expresses a lot more. Like, it's like a it's like a 10-minute cutscene that is completely different in New Game Plus, and it expresses a lot more of Hinako's, like, turmoil and, like, how she's thinking about things, and how maybe there really are two Hinakos. The Great Space Invasion, #1. Now in brilliant color, the Great Space Invasion experienced terror like never before with the invasion of the body-snatching aliens. That scene is different. Hey, look. It comes out of nowhere. Yeah, the whole thing plays out completely differently. That's one that really sticks out. The scene as you're going up to Rinko's house, where you and Shu are talking about, like, playing games as kids, that scene is different. There's like quests and things that are different. So, like, for example, you may notice that I'm running around with a big ass katana in my hand, because in New Game Plus there is actually a hold on one second. Looks like, oh boy, it looks like it's actually all the way down here. Okay, so we got to get out of the fields. In New Game Plus, there's actually, and you see I have a special slot just for this sword. There's actually a whole quest about this katana and finding it and discovering the lore about this sword that is, like, hidden in the town and how it is cursed and full of vengeance. And the New Game Plus endings revolve around this sword. But you get to use it as a weapon. Lizard, I am in lizard mode, that is true. This was your reward for 1,000 lizards, so congratulations on spamming a meme to death. Doesn't work anymore? It doesn't work anymore. It's still possible to get the lizard to show up in the random command, but, you know, It's tough. I think the lizard is a common random. Might be uncommon, actually. Thanks for the info. I need to replay it. Honestly, it was one of my favorite games of last year. Not that I play that many like new games, but it really was one of my favorites.
Y'all nasty.
And I'm kind of a Silent Hill hater, so I hear you splooshing around over there. We need to get around that. We need to get down here for the second poster. That is a long way to go, but I think I see it. Okay. I think I see the way to go. All right. I think. I think it's, again, a long way to go. A silent hater. Sometimes. To be fair, I do hang out with JJ a lot. Game's like, hey, catch up with your friends. And I'm like, no. Bye. I'll just go. Down there. Okay. Nope, nope. Keep running. Keep going. To the right? Nope. You remember when I thought I knew where to go? Yeah, me too. Oh boy. You don't have a Blue Sky account, but you do use Mastodon. I've heard good things about Mastodon, but I'm pretty far gone into Blue Sky, and to be honest, I think it's kind of firmly the Twitter replacement at this point. Cut through the alleyways. I don't really want to. Can I just go straight here? Will this work? Just notice that you have new redeems. Yeah, season 2 of Bookslap, right? Actually, there will be... I've retired some of the old sound commands. And they're gone. They're not coming back. But they will live on forever in the random command. Yeah, I think we can just... I think we can just walk forward here. This is what we needed. So, can we turn right up here? I actually have more sound commands and a few other redeems that I want to put in. I've just been so busy. Like, I got back from my trip last night at, like, 11:30. So, basically hung out for a little bit, went to bed. In ! Discord. Yeah? You want some too? You... In the face. Such energy, right? Anything else over here? Alright. Still use Twitter, and I've gotten used to the F word in my timeline. I would suggest leaving Twitter. I would strongly recommend. All right, let me check the map that we're consulting again. I think it's... Okay, it's basically just straight ahead, I think. Let's see. Poster numero dos. Oh, here it is. The Great Space Invasion, number 2. Inconceivable! Is there a secret invasion of body-snatching aliens? They may already be among your loved ones. Now, we already saw the 3rd poster, but forget exactly where it is. There we go. It's not too far away. If we're there, we go back, up, right? Back up, turn left, go through. Okay. Once we get back to the 3rd poster, we just have one more thing to find, and then UFO ending is done. It should happen automatically. Wait, we're a little closer. It's straight down and then maybe through that switchback arrow? Okay. This is one of those like overly elaborate requirements for an ending where it's like, how are you supposed to really? What? Hold on. We went too far. Yeah, we went too far. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, what? Bandage? No, we don't need that. We'll go this way, though. Just ignore the enemies. It's fine. Great Space Invasion number 3. The mothership has dispatched countless miniature UFOs. These tiny, round discs attach themselves to innocent folks' heads and brainwash them to take over their body. Have you noticed any strange objects on the back of your loved ones' heads? I think any object on the back of a person's head is kind of weird, to be honest. Alright. Last thing that we need to do is right around the corner, apparently. Is like is back in that space that we were at with the big monsters. Okay, so maybe we'll fight some monsters. Head towards the general store's front door. On the ground is a toy UFO. Interact with it. Okay. Can you not? Wait, hold on. Oh, they got through. Oh. Love the onesie. Hey, Paw Surf. It's true. We do. There is a single onesie that I have, and if chat is very good, I put it on just for them, and they pay me 20,000 channel points. I forget how that works. There was a trophy for killing this guy? Why? Alright, well apparently we needed to do that at some point. Oh, here we go. Alright, are we ready? Began using Mastodon because some people I used to follow on Twitter moved there. I still use Twitter because some people are still on it, and I also use Threads. Threads is one of those things that, like, I don't know anybody who, like, seriously uses it, but I do use Instagram, which means they try to get me to use Threads and bug me about it. But thank you for being good, chat. All right, here we go. Here's our ending. Movie review of The Great Space Invasion. Although this work features UFOs and humans who are being controlled by aliens, the aliens themselves never make an appearance on screen. Instead, this film illuminates the corrosive power of suspicion. Sometimes trying to distinguish one's fellow man as friend or foe can be the real horror. In one particularly chilling scene, local residents of the town where the UFO was sighted are mistakenly targeted as body-snatching aliens. The accusing humans scream and jeer as they send their own kind to a detention center. What's worse, anyone who dares speak up against the group is seen as one of them and is locked up as well. One can only ask oneself, is coerced solidarity among humans really solidarity at all? At the end of the movie, a number of people killed during the alien invasion is shown. Interestingly, far more humans were killed by their fellow man than attacks from the UFOs. Perhaps the aliens left Earth at the end not because they lost, but because they believed that humankind was not worth taking over. The Great Space Invasion is a movie that provides a somewhat interesting social commentary to its audience, but anyone looking forward to a fun action romp will be sorely disappointed. Rating 6.5 out of 10. Why isn't there anyone in town? Because of them. There's no doubt about it. Them? Yeah, the aliens. They've been eyeing Earth for a long time, waiting for the chance to snatch up humans and replace them with aliens. Rinko, Hinako, me. Any one of us could be an alien merely pretending to be the real person. I'm not an alien! Is there any way to prove our identities? There is. Didn't you die? That thing killed you. This is Roboco. Anti-extraterrestrial search and destroy robot I designed and built. This robot can detect aliens masquerading as humans and automatically eliminate them. Well, battery's dead. Wait, so the Sakuko that thing killed was actually an alien. That thing was chasing me all over the place. I guess you had a hint of alien on you, Hinako. You might be an alien, or maybe someone close to you is an alien. Those things copy everything, down to your memories, but they're not perfect. This is longer than I thought it would be. Hinako, try saying something only the real you would know. Rinko once took some of Shu's hair and hid it inside of her pillow. Let a girl try out a love spell and dream. Your turn, Rinko. One time, Hinako forgot her underwear in the locker room at camp and didn't claim it. Rinko, you're gonna burn in hell for that. See, chat, I promised you a silly ending. Can't blame you for not claiming it. Gotta be embarrassing saying it's yours when the teacher asks whose it is. Privacy wasn't really a thing back in the day. Well, one time, Rinko skipped gym class and took Shu's clothes, and... well, the day after she fought with Shu, Hinako took his recorder and... this one time at band camp. I think I'm more scared of the girls than aliens at this point. Okay, you're good. You guys passed the test. Next up, it's us, I guess. So one time, Shu ripped a page out of an adult magazine and hid it behind his bookshelf. He also cut out a photo of a classmate's head and taped it to the swimsuit it was Hinako's head. Okay, we got it. Now it's my turn. Sakuko first started wearing a bra in the 6th grade, while Hinako and Rinko started after summer break in the 5th grade. Dude, what the fuck? Look at his head down, ass up pose. Somebody knew what they were drawing. We didn't find an alien. We did find an enemy to all women. Men, I guess? A horny teenager? Hinako, we're heading home. What about the aliens? Is everything okay? The neighborhood watch got together and took care of them.
じゃあねー。また明日。
Mata ashita. I do remember that word. For dinner tonight, I'll make your favorite. Hamburg steak.
それ。
Mother, I told you that's Junko's favorite. The dog! It is the dog ending! Johnny. Yeah. See, everything was fine. Chat, and you were worried. Everything was fine. It was just a dog alien. I hope there's a song. Well, we did it. We got the UFO ending. Also, hello, Teddy Ursa. A cute Kigurumi on a cutie. I don't know what a Kigurumi is, but thank you. Also, Butamus, thank you for checking in. It's a onesie. I kind of figured, but I've never heard the term. What I'm wearing is a Kigurumi. Given that I'm wearing a lot and also very little, I kind of assumed. A singular item that's pulling a lot of weight. So, what did you think of the UFO ending? It's like a whole thing. Man, am I gonna get dressed and take the dogs out, or am I gonna walk down the hallway in this? I don't know.
Huh?
Do it. Walk out in that. There's a chance that it's raining. Kigurumi, from Japanese kiru, to wear, and nuigurumi, stuffed toy, refers to cute, full-body animal or character onesie pajamas popular for lounging, parties, or cosplay. Often made by brands like Sazak, featuring plush fabric, hoods with faces, ears, and tails. This does have a tail. Providing comfort and a whimsical costumed look for all ages. Oh, okay. Well, I learned something today. Okay, so there was an achievement for doing this ending, so that's good. We got that. And it does also grant you... it grants you another weapon. Just like how we can get the cursed sword, the spiritual sword, or whatever it is. The game gives you a lightsaber, actually, that you can use. I forget exactly how you get it. I think it like falls out of the sky after you like listen to the radio broadcast or something. Or maybe when you find the first poster, I'm not sure. You do have to, like, collect it, but it is a thing. So, you get access to another weapon, is what it comes down to. You get access to a New Game Plus weapon. Just examine any poster. Okay. I mean, theoretically, you can do that before you can get the the katana, so that's cool. And to my knowledge, it does get its own equipment slot, and that's nice since we will be purifying the sword, which makes it weaker in our subsequent playthroughs. So we'll always have access to a strong weapon. Man, these certainly are a lot of credits. So, all right, Great Space Invasion trophy earned. They were really proud of that face down, ass up pose. They absolutely were. And look, we got the little UFO on our
Potatoes.
on our file there.
Lizard.
So, technically we don't have to get the Sacred Sword for ending number 2.
For free?
But you do have to get that third thing done, which we didn't do before. We have that. And that will be the ending that we get to complete this game. There's always a dog ending. I guess technically, since we did get the Great Space Invasion ending. The ending goals are so cool, but like, what does it mean? Yeah, exactly. It does. If for these endings, it describes things that you can only do in the New Game Plus. Like, you can only get the Sacred Sword in New Game Plus. The Agura no Hote Sama, it's like a bottle, like a flask. I don't know what you do with it, but it's like a bottle you find. Ebi Suguoka in Silence. I know that's the name of this ending, and that's like the quote-unquote true ending. We have to do this one next. But yeah, you can't use the red capsules, you have to purify the sword, and you have to offer the brooch. There's a shrine you can place the brooch at on your playthrough, and that itself is an achievement, but it also is like a required thing for this. So you have to like kind of give up the different powers. The dog's name is Mira and is always wearing a headset. I didn't know that the dog has a name, but that's nice. Okay. Streech. Okay. Ebi is an interesting clue. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're referring to. You gotta end. Bundy said midnight. That's true. That is true. What Ebi mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Sushi? Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, because that's the name of the town, which I doubt I'm pronouncing entirely correctly. But Ebisukuoka is the name of the fictional town. All this time, I thought sushi was the word for sushi. That's daddy. That's Ebi father. Mean shrimp? I don't know. But we'll find out when we get there. As in Ebi sushi being shrimp sushi. Fair. All right. All right. Well, we did the thing. On Sunday, we will do more things. I think the next playthrough will go for ending number 2. We'll be switching it up to the highest combat difficulty and the story mode puzzle difficulty, because those are 2 trophies that we have to get. So we'll go for ending 2, we'll start that playthrough, and we'll also start to do cleanup of the various things, like finding all the records, finding all the notes, all the files, investing in our stats, because we gotta max those out. We technically have to do a new game run through. I guess we could just load up the file that we like. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll do another playthrough, because we got to get to the final boss, the final like new game boss, and like beat her without dying or something. Because you can't lose that boss. Yeah, it's like a whole thing. Anyway, we'll start working on that. We're also going to start to do some runs of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Claire B, no damage. We got to get back to that. I have to practice that, because in 2 weeks, on the 24th, I think, I'm doing that run for Defeating Games, for a charity marathon. So that'll be cool. I hope you'll all be there and support me, and also help defeat games. But we need to practice. So we're gonna intersperse some runs of that for some practice and get that down. Yeah, but we're gonna call this here. I will be a good boy and go to bed. The founder of Mastodon is quite handsome. Good to know. But yeah, so, as always, we're going to stop the recording.